Hi, Leila from Murlo. Welcome back to our channel. We're continuing on with the series, the lace Raglan alpaca sweater. If you've done the first part, then you've got your swatch and you know that it hasn't increased or changed sizes on you, so that's a bonus. That means you're ready to start designing. So you're gonna count your stitches to calculate your stitches per inch. You're gonna calculate your rows per inch. You're gonna go to Murlo.ca and you're going to print off the calculation worksheet and the pattern worksheet. This way you can do all your calculations on one set of papers and then have a nice clean pattern to work from. We're going to start out with the body of the sweater, and it's going to be similar to if you followed with some of the other sweater design videos that we have out. It's going to be very similar. So we're going to start with the body, then we'll move on to the sleeves. Let's get started doing the calculations for the body.
Before we begin taking measurements and recording all of our calculations, please be sure to go to the bottom of the page of lesson 1 and make copies of the calculation worksheet and the pattern worksheet. Our sweater design starts with the body of the sweater, where you're going to take the measurement of your bust, multiply it by 2, then multiply it by your stitch gauge. Make sure that this number, once you subtract 2, is divisible by 7. That will go into your cast on box number 1. For my sweater, I have measured across and I want the measurement across the bust line to be 21 inches. Multiply that by 2, and then I multiplied that by my stitch gauge, which was 5.285. It came out to 221.97. If I use 219, I know that by subtracting 2, it becomes divisible by 7 to give me a whole number of stitches. So 219 will be my cast on. Typically at the bottom of the body, I would be putting in a ribbing or some garter stitching for the hemline. In this particular sweater, we'll be using an I-cord cast on, and there's a separate video on how to do that. The distance that I'm going to be using from the hemline to the armhole is going to be cropped a bit, so a shorter distance there. This sweater, because it's alpaca, I want it to be very loose, very light. So I'm not using any kind of heavy hemline, and that is why the I-cord cast on is recommended in this pattern. With the stitch calculation for what's required at the bust, you're able to go ahead and do the I-cord cast on, knit the distance up to the armhole that you want, then you're ready to set the body aside.